Hi Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, doing things slightly differently. You know, I like to keep it fresh, keep you on your toes. This week I'm doing the Temperant run for everybody. You can use this spread if you want to go into the depth of it and how it works. You can get the digital product on my website. It's called the Temperant run. So Temperance is about alignment, and it shows you what you're working on, what you're working with, what you're welcoming into your life by the vibrational space that you hold. In terms of Temperance itself, it's about blending things as well, right? About bringing things together or bridging the gap between things. So this is revealing to you what the energies are that you're trying to blend, what the disparate experiences are maybe that you're trying to reconcile with one another. So let's have a look, see my fellow sun sign Aquas, what's going on. And this is for your sun, moon or rising. It's completely up to you, but you know, I am a sun sign Aquarius, so all right. So on one hand we have the Hanged Man card, right? So on one hand, you are trying to go with the flow. This is about you trying to step back, take a step back and just say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to let things play out exactly as they're supposed to, as they're meant to. There's a feeling here of really needing and wanting to, you know, like moving yourself into that space of surrender to say, I don't have all of the answers here and I'm just going to have to go with what is. Sometimes it really is the best use of your time and your energy. And I always say this when I see this card, sometimes the best way to get what you want, or the best way to move into being in alignment with what it is that you want, is to do nothing, because sometimes it's already on its way to you. Now, interestingly enough, this card is a very spiritual card, and Temperance itself is a very spiritual card. So, you know, you've got this whole sort of extremely spiritual energy taking place for you this week. It could be that there's a lot of soul searching taking place for you. Over the course of the week, you could really be having some deep spiritual insights. Pay attention to your dreams, but also pay attention to your hunches and your gut instinct. Now is the time for you to really figure out how to take your foot off the brake and how to stand still. What you're balancing that with is the Devil card, right? So what is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to release? What is the pattern or the cycle that you continually go over? What are the patterns and the cycles that you continually find yourself in? This is a week for you to break through those. This is a week for you to break through whatever it is that keeps you held or keeps you bound or keeps you held back in some way. Remember, the Devil card is the result of the choices that you make in the Lovers card. And this is really about highlighting to you where it is that you put yourself on a merry-go-round, where it is that you put yourself in situations that just don't serve you or don't assist you. The Devil card is you standing back to observe this behavior. The Hanged Man even is you standing back to observe this behavior and to reassess where it is that you're going. The Devil card is revealing to you what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that you need to change, or what it is that you have kind of allowed to unconsciously sort of hijack the situation. So it does look like this week you're going to be having to sort out maybe some of your priorities, but also maybe some of your behaviors and the way that you show up. This is about really observing where your choices in life has brought you and what they have actually produced as a result. So your direction, how may you best use this energy or sidestep it altogether? Well, you probably won't be able to sidestep it, but you kind of get my point. All right, so this week your direction card is the Eight of Pentacles. This is about work, right? Doing the work, being at work, going to work, looking for work, finding jobs, all of that sort of stuff. This is something this week for you to throw yourself into. You know, the saying goes, idle hands are the devil's playground. I've never really been one for those kind of anecdotes. You know me, I love a cliche, but not so much those kind of anecdotes. But I will say there is a validity to this week. You need to, this week, my advice to you, my fellow Aquas, is be busy, right? Be busy looking for work, doing the work. This is the week where if you show up and you do the work, if you are ready, willing and able to do this, you could make a lot of headway in whatever it is that you do for work or whatever it is that you do for a profession. And what this stuff here in the Destiny sector or the Temperant run is going to show you is where it is that you get in your own way, where it is that you allow yourself to be distracted, and what the things are that pull you off course, or what the things are that pull you out of, out of your flow, as the saying goes. Shout out to Kat, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so your insight card. Let's have a look, see what is coming in or going on behind the scenes. And this week we get the King of Swords, right? So this is great because for me, a lot of people say Gemini to this card, but no, for me, the King of Swords is Aquarius, right? That's his energy. Maybe I'm biased, who knows? Yeah, as an insight card, the King of Swords, this is about making hard decisions. This is about really moving forward, and it actually looks like in a lot of ways, you are either finding some sort of work this week, maybe you're stepping into a position. For some of you, you could be securing a new job. Maybe you're securing an interview for a new job. It does look like a lot of you are moving in a different direction when it comes to work. It does look like things are about to change for you in that sector of your life. Now, the other thing with the King of Swords, this can be an air sign person, so Aquarius, Gemini or a Libra. It can be either of those. Often a guy because it is the King of Swords, but not, I've known this card to represent men and women alike. It's not set in stone, especially nowadays, right? Which is interesting because tarot is a mirror, right? It's a tarot, it's a mirror for life itself. So as the world changes and evolves and our understanding of roles and gender and stuff change, it's starting to evolve too. Which is a really interesting concept. I know my magical mama is writing about at the moment, so I'm really excited to read that book. But yeah, your King of Swords as an insight card means that when it comes to the work, when it comes to the profession, maybe even signing some sort of a contract, it does look like there is a big one on the horizon. What your job is this week is to snap yourself out of the habits and the cycles that keep you held back. Whether this is imposter syndrome, whether it is you telling yourself, oh yeah, but I've always got a lot on, or whatever it is that you use to distract yourself, this week you have to call yourself out on your own bullshit. Once you do that, you can make some really amazing strides. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.